Well, hello everyone. Friends on YouTube, you missed the random show of merch that we were, you know, because we like to kind of hang out with our friends in chat a little bit before we start recording. Also, it usually takes me a few minutes to get my brain together, especially when I just come back from a trip. But hey, the good news is I don't have to worry about anything because SJ is at the helm.
Yep. I'm SJ or SJ underscore sidekick. I will be the narrator. We play Kids on Brooms for this. Spin-off of Kids on Bikes. Crunchier than your Powered by the Apocalypse, but not as crunchy as, say, actual D&D or like the Star Wars FFG. This is the All Hallows Eve episode, rounding off one of our series. And everyone's just going to have a good time, get their minds off recent events, which were a little bit of a bummer, but I think everyone's in a pretty good place. Misha, why don't you tell us about Kels?
Right, so I'm playing Kels. She's the reluctant Oracle trope. Everything's been pretty chill since the time the hags tried to kill them, like, 4 days ago. Maybe 2 weeks ago. A little time has passed. Anyway, new set of visions. Seems like their good friend 2K, definitely not a blood mage, is planning a blood mage heist to get his mentor out of hag jail. This is not exactly what Kels wants to be seeing. But listen, the All Hallows Eve celebration will really take their mind off of it and maybe give them a chance to think about it before suspiciously next Sunday when the blood moon rises. Aspen.
Hey, I'm Sin or Sinful underscore potato on most social media sites. I play Aspen, who is the haughty descendant trope. She currently has less house points or more house points than she had previously, but it's still below 0. We're getting there eventually, maybe. Who knows? Currently, things are going okay with her, kind of. People are definitely pushing her buttons. Definitely counting the days down until the suspended punishment is gone. So yeah, all fun stuff. Why?
Hello, I'm Twi'lek and I'm playing Gustav. Last episode, I made a shocking discovery, and that romance novels are very, very good. And this episode, I will be reading more of them. One hopes. One fears. 0.
Well, I'm Zero Daylight, and I play Phineas, who is a strange child, but clearly has. I mean, he's got the best head on his shoulders of all these people. He has never worked for the mob. He hasn't assaulted anyone. He hasn't committed and then admitted to multiple crimes. So anyway, it's fine. And he also made a shocking discovery last time, which was that one of his best friends likes romance novels, and so does his new counselor, which has caused him to radically reevaluate his opinion of her.
She did say it was a guilty pleasure.
She should be guilty. She should feel horrified at her own behavior and choices.
Well, you guys are, I believe it's Sunday. All Hallows Eve is on Monday. You guys are scheduled, I think, today to do caramel apples. You've invited a lot of people, none of whom have given you firm, yeah, we'll go. Phineas, give me a either grit or brains roll.
Well, my grit die is larger than my brains die, so I think I will choose that one. 7.
Okay. You wake up from your dream. You don't quite remember what the dream was, but you do remember there being quite a bit of blood.
I mean, is that really any different? Was there chanting?
Not that you remember.
Was it deep in the woods? Were Hansel and Gretel there?
No.
Okay, then it wasn't my normal dream.
Gustav, when you wake up, there's some smoke coming through the bottom of your door. Give me a grit roll.
5.
Yeah, you're a little panicked because you were recently set on fire and now there's smoke coming out from under your door.
First me, now the entire school.
What do you do?
Is there a window?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm going out the window.
Okay. Are you bothering? Okay. Are you still in your pajamas, or are you gonna bother to get dressed first?
I'll grab my school bag, which has all my stuff in it, and then new out. Still in
You
my
keep
pajamas.
you keep an extra pair of clothes in your school bag?
I mean, I'm in potions class, and when Kels is really in the vision mood, chopping her ingredients, it splatters everywhere.
You did sit at a table with Rudy, so okay, I'll allow it. Okay, you hop out of your window with your school bag in your pajamas, just out there. You see some people looking out the common room window, peeking their heads out and laughing at you. One of them being Mac.
Well, that's pretty crazy for staying inside a burning school. I'm going to look around for the nearest teacher.
You are outside. It's early morning.
Is the
don't really
groundskeeper
see him.
about?
Maybe. Give me a brains roll.
9.
Okay, not that you see. Or at least he's not on this side of the building.
I'm just going to have to go tearing in through the front doors, try to find somebody.
Okay, cool. You run inside and you run into somebody. You don't recognize it. It's an adult. You don't recognize who it is. And he stops you. He's like, whoa, where's the fire? You all right there?
The fire's in the Lupercal common room.
Wait, like an actual fire?
Like an actual fire. It's on fire. There's smoke.
Okay. He's like, where's the Lupercal common room? And he'll have you take him down that way. He'll go in, bust in the door with you behind, and everyone's just kind of calm, sitting around in the common room, confused. And he's like, where's the fire?
In here, I saw smoke.
Okay. It's like, did anybody see a fire? And everyone just is like, no, I don't know what he's talking about. Hey, okay, buddy. Hey, why don't you come with me?
Yes, sir.
You feeling all right? Maybe maybe just a bad dream. You're still in your PJs. Maybe sure that wasn't it, or
I wasn't dreaming. Look, this isn't like when the hags attacked the school and everybody forgot anything, is it?
I sure hope not. I feel like there would have been evidence of a fire, though, if there was a fire.
You don't think somebody's put a fire into my mind?
I don't think so. Why don't we take you to the dock?
Well, the thing is, the doctor was a hag.
Right. But they've got to have somebody that's covering down, right?
Right. I'm sure this one won't try to eat me.
Why don't I go with you?
Okay. Okay.
What's your name?
Oh, I'm Gustav. I'm in Lupercal.
Oh, you're on my thing. Well, I'm Officer Duro. Pleasure to meet you, and he'll give you a handshake. Reach out. I'm supposed to be your new school resource officer.
Oh, it's nice to meet you.
You too. Technically kind of have started. Still kind of getting an orientation, but it's fine. We'll figure out where stuff is. It's been a while since I've been here, and they've changed some stuff around.
Did you know the last school resource officer?
Personally, no.
Okay, then. I just assumed that school resource officers were all trained at the same facility or something like that.
No, it's not really a I don't even know how to describe it. It's not really something you go to. Like you have qualifications, of course, but it's not something you go to a special school necessarily for.
Yeah. So why did you want to become a school resource officer?
Well, my nephews go here. A lot of stuff's been going on. Figured I'd keep an eye on them. Also, it pays really well given recent events, so figured I couldn't turn down the opportunity.
Family is important.
It is. Do you know my nephews? I got one, Manny, he's in Cephalon, and then Coda, who's also in Cephalon. But he should be your year. I think he's a first year.
Yeah, I think I have a few classes with Coda. We're not close, you know, but
He will walk you to the doctor, kind of explain what happened. She'll give you a quick look over, kind of write it off as a panic attack, and give you just a small little potion that's supposed to just help kind of relax you. Nothing that's a narcotic or anything crazy, just something you could get over the counter.
I drink it down immediately.
You feel better. You can kind of feel your heart rate go down, and you're like, okay.
Listen, that was very embarrassing, but thank you for helping me.
Yeah, no problem.
I better get to breakfast. You know how it is.
Yeah, sure. I'll see you around, kid. Let's see. All right, the rest of you guys going to breakfast?
Yeah.
Cool. Gustav, I assume you change first.
I assume the hospital has a side room or something.
Yeah. Or he probably would have just had you stop off real quick and change, so you weren't walking through the hallways in your PJs. Cool. All right. You guys are at breakfast?
And there was lots of blood in my dream. I'm not sure what it means.
But nothing more specific. Just a lot of blood.
No small children, no
Looks
gingerbread.
at 2K.
Are you sure it wasn't ketchup?
I mean, one can't be entirely sure about anything in a dream, can you?
That is a fair point.
But probably not. I don't know. It was definitely unlike any of the dreams I've had. Well, maybe not unlike. I don't know. It didn't involve 3 bears. There was no little girl, horrifying little girl with a basket full of goodies going to Granny's house. So, who knows? Perhaps it was a vision. I don't know if you can get visions in your sleep.
You know from Tim you can.
my memory tells me that it's possible that you might be able to.
No, I think it's pretty possible. That's why I always keep a notebook near my bed.
Oh. Maybe everyone has visions in their sleep. Maybe that's what dreams are.
How do you know whether it's a vision or just a dream kills?
Well, usually I don't write down my dreams. So there's that.
Mm.
And sometimes I don't even really wake up. So it's sort of like sleepwalking. But they don't usually happen too often while I'm sleeping, I don't think.
So you mean like sleep drawing?
Yeah.
Okay. Because sleepwalking can be very dangerous. Well, let me know if you do sleepwalk. I've got some manacles.
Also, never wake someone who is sleepwalking.
Sure. So, apples today?
Yeah, this afternoon.
Yes.
After lunch.
Yes. Oh. Well, what are we doing this morning?
I don't know. Homework? There's always more homework to do. And if not homework, there's studying. Or I could call my mom because she's expecting me to call today.
She is.
And if I don't, I'll forget. And if I forget, she'll pull me out of school.
Have you heard from Professor Ames? Maybe we have an idea to bring him back here? Because wouldn't it be nice if he was here? You know, to consult with about certain things.
When my mum wants my dad to come to her house, she usually picks up the phone and screams very loudly all kinds of mean things, and then he screams back. And
Does it work though? Because I think if someone screamed at me, I would want to go away, not to come closer.
he gets very angry sometimes, and I don't know. It's confusing. Adults are.
I think people in general. Well, if there's a way we can send a letter or something, can't we?
You can send a letter to somebody
Right.
directly. We went over this briefly before I just decided to tell Dr. Katz about the suspicious handshake visions.
Mm-hmm.
You can if the person wants to be found, essentially, is what you found out.
Right. Well, who else do we trust? I mean, it's only a 10% chance that Professor Ames is the evil mastermind behind all of this. So I'm inclined to put him in the trust column. I thought Dr. Katz was in the trust column until the whole romance novel debacle.
And debacle.
Well, if letters go to people who want to receive them, then we ought to write to Professor Levi.
Would you be allowed to receive a letter if you're in jail in the body of another creature?
Probably not.
Would it go to... Well, but see, who would you address it to? Does it go to the body? Or does it go to the soul or brain or whatever? I don't know. Do you have to be very specific? Address it to the spirit and identity of Professor Levi currently stuck in the body of an ancient hag? I don't know.
Or maybe the inmate.
There's probably more than one. Maybe.
Maybe.
But then it could get misaddressed and then you could make a pen pal. I'm sure there's plenty of people in magical jail who have interesting stories to tell.
That might be a good plan B. Who else could we write to?
I was thinking more people here on campus that we could simply speak to. adults.
Oh, I spoke to the new school resource officer.
Oh,
He
there's
seems
human.
quite nice.
And he's had one scene and he's not dead. Well, he's better than the last one. You're sure he's not
When did you get
dead?
a chance to talk with him?
I don't think so. There might have been a fire that he couldn't see. But if there was, then he didn't look like he was on fire or anything like that. So magic is a bit confusing, but I think he's fine.
You should say more about the fire that people can't see.
I don't know, there were invisible flames, but it gave us smoke.
Some gases, when they burn, are invisible, and it's quite dangerous, and you have to, like, stick something in front of you to see if it will catch on fire. Because it's the only way you can see the fire. However, was anything on fire? It was
Not
all
that I could
invisible,
see.
but there was smoke.
2K will speak up. Said there was smoke at the dance.
There was smoke at the dance.
It seems likely that some child was attempting a particularly cruel joke. Knowing that you had recently been on fire, was attempting to recreate that sensation, which, if I weren't such a nice and well-balanced individual, would fill me with desire for vengeance and to create lengthy and creative suffering in that child until they are no longer a child, either by dint of growing up or morphing into something that is unrecognizable to those that love them. You know.
You doing okay there, Phineas?
I don't like cruelty.
Oh, well, that's good. Good, I think.
Unless it's justice, which is kind of a strange conundrum. There's cruelty that teaches and corrects, and then there's cruelty for the sake of cruelty. I don't know. I haven't had my breakfast yet.
Coffee helps. Or so.
My dad would do that too.
Do what?
Cruelty to teach.
Immediate concern. Aggressive concern. Slightly more concerned than when Gustav talks about his parents.
Was he ever cruel to teach you?
Everybody.
Have you talked about this with anyone? The school has counselors.
Yeah. Well, they said it was bad, but Phineas is saying if it's to teach, it's fine.
Yeah.
All
so
right, I'm going
Phineas-
to withdraw that. Hold on, step back, pause, rewind, delete. What I'm trying to say is that sometimes it's tempting when people do things that you don't like to imagine doing awful things to them and then thinking that that's going to make them better people or more compliant. But the reality is cruelty often produces zero result. And even if it does produce a momentary result of compliance with what you hope, it doesn't actually do what convincing does. The best way to actually change someone's behavior is either to talk to them or to model better behavior for them, or just to give up on the fact and realize that they're garbage people and they're never going to change. You just need to not spend any time on them.
So think
Sometimes
about
you
it,
just
but
have to-
don't actually do it.
I think
You
it's
could
very
also
hard
just
not to.
not-
Yeah, I think it's very
You
hard
could just not think about it.
Well, sometimes things make you angry, and that's okay. Kels,
Okay,
have
he's
you
like
never
looking
gotten
physically
angry
at
at
me, like,
something? Hold on, Kels, have you never gotten angry at someone and wanted to do something to them that you would never actually do?
No, I don't think so. Maybe a little. but nothing like that would be the definition of cruel.
Well, anything's cruel. Like you didn't want to do something to embarrass Izzy because you were mad at her. That you would never actually do. Well, but you didn't do it, did you? It's the same thing. If you say that you never do that, I'm not going to believe you. The only person that I can think of in this group who doesn't do that is Aspen, because Aspen just does what she thinks. Aspen thinks I should go punch him in the face, and then just does it. Which is why Aspen has a negative 1 billion points. But you've grown, haven't you, Aspen? When you were glued to the wall, you didn't do any of the things that were in your head.
This is true.
See, we're all growing as individuals. This is an exhausting conversation.
Because she was glued to the wall that she couldn't do anything anyway.
Well, at the museum, there were a group of kids who were spilling stuff while I was trying to mop it up, and I was so close to just grabbing this one kid's head and shoving it into the floor and making them lick it up, but I didn't. I held back.
Yes, and that's why you're a better person. And do you think Aspen?
Do that.
Go ahead.
Oh no, that's all right.
No.
I was just. But why? I mean, wouldn't you just go tell one of the attendants that they're purposely making a mess, and then they'd get kicked out of the museum? If people are purposely making your volunteer job hard on purpose, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility to just tell a responsible adult to get rid of them.
Did they go to this school? We could tell the movie club about them.
Yes.
So, let's take that as an example and do what Professor Katz calls, or Dr. Katz calls, playing out the tape. So if Aspen had done what she wanted to do, which was attack those children who were being rude, to teach them not to mess with her, what actually would have happened is a few children would have been slightly hurt. They would have gotten over it just fine, and then Aspen would have been expelled. So, retaliation is often the least effective. And it's often so ineffective it's not even worth considering. And also, retaliation can escalate things. And then it just becomes, the entire experience becomes very unpleasant. Now, as to whether Aspen should report the children who are making her job, I don't know. Do we think that the administration here would actually do anything about it? Other than...
Well, not here. I don't think they really care about it here. But if it's happening actively at a museum, you think they'd tell patrons not to, cause problems on purpose.
Yes.
I mean, that's kind of why you're volunteering in the first place.
And we know that they have cameras because significant evidence was presented against Aspen during the mock trial.
Or at least it was implied. And then Aspen folded.
Or they lied. Exactly.
Well,
Oldest trick in the books.
You were never shown any actual footage or anything.
why don't we ask Dr. Katz? Because Dr. Katz, when we were on the school trip, had a certain amount of discretion when we were talking about things, right?
That's
she
just
wasn't on the school trip, was it? Was she? No.
No, but your point is well taken. She's a resource for us. And we can ask her advice about things, except for romance.
Oh, I don't need romantic advice. I already know what to do.
Well, from skimming that book, I wouldn't recommend it. None of it seems realistic or sanitary. And far too many pirates involved.
I don't know. I thought pirates were kind of romantic.
Ugh.
Pirates of the Caribbean's a great movie, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I was talking to Gustav, sorry.
We could watch it sometime.
We could. We have to figure out how to play it here, but we could.
I'm sure Sammy has the equipment.
Yeah. Anyway, that thought's abandoned.
All right. Well. The more I think about it, the more I think that someone probably thought creating some smoke was funny. In a mean way, but probably didn't realize or wasn't thinking about the full implication and how. Because even people who are mean don't want to be seen as truly awful human beings. So the more I think about it, it's probably some child who just didn't think it through. See, that's the other thing, Calder. If you exercise empathy, you may find yourself disagreeing with and even strongly disapproving of another's choices and actions, but you can usually find a way to kind of understand them in a way that makes it hard to dehumanize them. And you have to dehumanize someone to be tremendously cruel to them. Which is strange coming from me because mostly, well, I mean, I have a very particular... Well, Granny feels a certain way about humans. But that's okay. That's the way she feels. And that's based on her lived experience and her family of origin issues. There's probably some deep trauma buried there. And I don't have to take any of that on. I can form my own judgments.
No offense, Phineas, but I'm not sure I want to meet your granny a second time.
I'm not sure you know if you did. Who knows how many times we met her? She could have been here the entire time.
Aspen, have you ever eaten a person?
I don't believe so. I mean, I've had Phineas's gingerbread creatures, but I don't think that's the same thing.
No.
That is definitely not the same thing.
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's close, but... Well, all right, so you should go call your mother, and we will go do homework.
Right. Sounds like a plan. I'll see you at lunch.
Oh. Do you have a good answer for the progress that... Do you have a specified time and place at which you will study with Rith again?
Not yet.
You should make one so that when your mother asks how things are going, you can give her very specific details that will make her feel better.
Right. Okay. I look around for Rith.
Yeah, sure. He's eating breakfast too.
All right. Well then, looking forward to the vision I'm about to have. Heading over to Rith's table.
Cool.
Behind Kells, we are all being very subtle about watching her.
Just a normal group of teens. It's fine.
Hey, what's up, Kels?
Not too much. So just wondering would it be a good time to maybe do some more studying stuff for class?
Oh, yeah.
Don't have to be this weekend, but
Maybe Tuesday?
Right, Tuesday after class. That sounds good. Also, we're about to make some treats for the All Hallows Eve stuff tomorrow. Do you want to join in? We're going to do it after lunch today.
Oh. Yeah, that sounds cool.
Cool. It's caramel apples. You probably haven't heard of it.
Oh.
We'll explain when we get there.
I'm part in.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank God. I had to explain that so many times. Everyone's so confused.
It seems simple enough. You just dip the apple in
Just dip them.
hot caramel.
I think we're
maybe covered in some nuts or something.
Yeah, I think we're going to try adding some like moving decorations to a few of them, but probably not. We're going to make some normal ones because we'll see how everything interacts.
Oh, okay, cool. And just after lunch in like the kitchens, or
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll maybe we can have lunch together and grab you.
Yeah.
From there.
Yeah, I'll just find you guys.
Sounds cool. Good.
Cool.
All right.
And you see him kind of look and see your table, just like he gives kind of a weird look of your whole table is watching us.
Yeah. I look over. I roll my eyes. I look back.
Give me a grit roll.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. 5.
Okay. Give me a brains roll.
This is for visions.
Yes.
I'm now studied in divination, so that will be a 17.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh boy, a brand new slide in our new vision slide deck. Oh, a bee and a little red balloon. It's so cute. Finally, a cute normal one, not indicative of any of us that have a familiar that's some sort of bumblebee thing and not wearing a bumblebee costume and not trying to leave the school underneath a red moon of some kind. I'm not saying that out loud. I'm just thinking about it.
Aretha's like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it's super cute. Sometimes they're really cute. And that's what it is. All right. Just tuck that one away. All right, cool. Well, I gotta run. I'll see you at lunch.
Cool.
Cool.
What do you do when you pass the table of people that were looking at you?
I ignore them.
Fair enough. All right, what are the rest of you guys doing?
I give Rith a subtle thumbs up. Because I've been working on him to,
Yeah.
And then... Calder, Gustav, why don't you go grab us a table in the library? I need to go talk to Tim real quick.
Sure.
I could go with you.
Oh no, I just need to talk to Tim.
Oh, okay. He will reluctantly go with Gustav. No offense to Gustav, but he's like, oh, are we gonna go see Greer?
Yeah.
He rejected my shades, and now he doesn't want to hang out with me. It's a terrible boy.
Aspen, what are you doing?
Probably just gonna follow the two to the library.
Okay. All right, Phineas.
Tim.
Hey, we need to talk.
Yes, we do.
Somewhere else.
Yes.
He will get up.
Find an alcove.
It's like, okay, did you have the dream too?
Oh, is that what that was? I only got the bare snippets. Something,
Oh,
lots
okay.
of blood.
Yeah, I guess we haven't established if you get my dreams or not. Oh, but there was a lot of blood. So maybe it was the same dream.
Who was it focused on? Oh, could you tell?
I mean, I have an idea based on the way our little friend was talking.
You wouldn't have to
And
spell
Greer
that.
was in it. Okay, so
spell it out for me.
I'm like, I don't really know where I was, but Greer just annihilates a dude like over to the left. And then I'm fighting this other guy that's wearing like some sort of uniform and just absolutely decimate him. And then there's just a ton of blood and fighting, and then it just cuts out.
And that cutting out is presumably the death of the individual whose viewpoint you were taking?
I assume so. I don't think I've ever had a vision where the person, at least not that I know of.
Yes.
I guess it could just be ending, but sometimes people don't see their death coming, so I just always assumed it was something else.
Well, we did just get a new school resource officer. So that might be the person who dies. It does seem like an unfortunate trend.
What's it look like?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't met him.
Oh.
We could find him and you could see if it was the person. I mean, I would get better than 50-50 odds. Oh, so the other thing is, do you know this already? The symbol. It's a
What about it?
blood thing. So we're obviously not going to.
I mean, I know from Calder's saying it was, he could open it with blood magic. I assumed it was a blood thing.
Yeah, but there was Kels did some additional research, and it was I don't remember what the symbols were, but they weren't very pleasant. So maybe it isn't technically a blood thing. It's just that's one of the, I don't know. But I'm suddenly a bit conflicted over further exploration in the Serpentis halls.
Right. Okay, but we still need to talk about Calder.
Yes.
Like, my visions often don't happen, but the fact that that's a possibility, and he's the way he's been talking.
Well, we were just talking this morning that really the only thing you can do is talk to people and empathize with them and hopefully guide them to make the right choices. Trying to force people to do things the way that you want them to often doesn't work, and sometimes it produces the contrary result. So I think we should model positive behaviors.
Okay.
And also probably find Professor Ames. And either tell him to hurry up whatever he's doing with Professor Levi or come back. Because Professor Levi is probably the only person who has the combination of trust and authority to really,
Do we know when he comes back?
No.
Oh.
There's a system for sending letters to people, apparently, but it depends upon them being willing to be found, and who knows what he's up to. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me that, his friend and protege ran off and didn't tell anyone and got himself, who knows what happened. So I'm going to do the same thing. It just, it's typical. The one person with the powers necessary and the sort of authority, just like, I'm just going to go sneak off on my own secret mission.
Oh, you guys do that all the time?
Yes, but we're children. Adults should be held to a higher standard.
Sure.
So, do you want to help us make caramel apples? I'm sorry, that's the wrong question. Will you help us make caramel apples? Because I don't want to.
I wear gloves. They get all sticky and gross, and
No, that's fine. You don't have to do any of the sticky, gross things. You can help coordinate, and also we're thinking of clever ways to decorate them, and or I like the idea of a white chocolate bat flying in front of a dark chocolate moon. Little things like that. Fun decoration.
Yeah, I never really celebrated Halloween.
Neither did I. But what was I just saying about modeling positive behaviors?
Am I really the best role model?
Yes, of course you are.
Give me a charm roll.
Oh, God. 3. Oh, sorry, 4 because of being a child.
He's also child, yeah. Yeah, I was going to do some other stuff.
I know you were
all
going
day
to, but what are you going to do
today.
now?
I actually have an appointment with the doctor. So,
Oh, Dr. Katz.
no.
Oh, the other doctor. On a Sunday.
Yeah. Yes.
You can just
It
say
is
you don't
Sunday,
want
isn't
to.
I really don't want to.
All right. And then you can say, and I'm unwilling to choose to do it anyway. Because wanting to and doing are two different things.
Yeah, I don't want to, so I'm not gonna.
All right. That's fine. That's fine. That's a totally valid choice.
But who's all gonna be there?
Well, the usual suspects. And hopefully Silent. Who's behaving very oddly.
Oh.
There's something suspicious going on between him and Mateo.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I mean, when you say weird, I figure, all those Hollywood or whatever the magical world version is.
No, he's very
weird.
withdrawn, and his eyes are glassy. And every time I go to knock on his door, he makes me wait. And then there's some shuffling noises, and then he doesn't want to make eye contact. And I see Mateo slinking guiltily out of his room every once in a while. And he's
So, like, what? He's on drugs or they're hooking up, or both?
I'm just having a hard time connecting with the words that you just said with anything in my head. So I don't know what you mean.
Drugs, that's like a big, or at least in the NIMP world, it's a big thing. All the celebrities, not all of them, but it's rampant with, drugs, stuff that make you feel really good, or...
It's like a potion, like a healing potion.
Kind of, but there's side effects, and you can get addicted to it, and then you can overdose, which has killed some celebrities.
Why would someone make a healing potion that is addictive because you don't get hurt all day long, and that would cause people to overdose and die? That's like the opposite
I don't know
of
if
healing.
that's how it works in the magical world. I'm coming from the NIMP world here. I don't know. It just sounds like there's...
Well, what does one do when one of one's friends is on drugs and or... We'll have to talk about hooking up later. What does one do?
Well, in the NIMP world, you usually stage an intervention where, like, you surprise the person, kind of almost trap them. Not actually trap. Like, you invite them somewhere under false pretenses, like, hey, we're going to do this. And then they get there, and then it's all their friends and loved ones, and they tell them how their drug habits have affected them and are affecting that person and how it's not good for them, and to try to convince them to, hey, you have a problem, and to, like, check into a rehab. And a rehab is like a place you go where they get you off the drugs. You can't get drugs it like forces you to get off of them. It's like a retreat. At least Hollywood, probably a better retreat. Where you do like other activities, and I think they like wean you off the drugs first, so it's not just cold turkey. They give you a little bit to get off. Maybe it depends on the rehab. I don't know.
I think I only picked out like one word out of every four of that. But it occurred to me, I wonder if we could stage a blood magic intervention for Calder.
Oh.
Because he was using, yes.
You had me a little worried at the beginning.
He was using, and then he stopped, and now he's thinking about using again.
Right.
And then we could, so it'd be like a pre-intervention?
Yeah, more preventative than intervene. Well, I guess, yeah.
Well, you know more about, well, how about this? During your appointment with the doctor, you can think up how this technique, which sounds horribly ineffective, but I don't know, might be.
Or you could ask Kels.
Yes.
Yep,
Oh, is she on
knows
drugs
both worlds
also?
better than me. Doubtful. She knows both worlds better than me, and then you guys can go figure it out.
I think you're going to think about it anyway, regardless.
Sure.
I saw that excited look on your eye when you had an idea.
Anyway, you do know what hooking up is, right?
I mean, I know, but like connecting things.
Oh God. Okay, Phineas. Do you know? No, I'm not asking this. Go ask Kels.
All right. Is it urgent? Do I need to interrupt her call with her mother?
No, do not. Don't do that.
All right.
It's like kissing, but more.
Ew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell Kels to give you the birds and the bees talk. She'll know what that means.
There are bees involved?
Or maybe
This
your
is like
counselor.
It's fine.
this is like my worst suspicions about the dance, but times a million.
Okay. Anyway, I need to go to my appointment.
All right. Will you feed Greer?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right. Great. Thank you. Library.
Anything to get out of this situation. Cool. Kels, you gonna call your mom?
Yeah, I'm gonna go call my mom.
Great. Call her and she'll answer. She's like, "Hey, sweetie, how's the friend making going?"
It's going all right.
All right. What are their names? Who are they?
It's Rith. Been hanging out
Okay.
with him.
Good.
Transfiguration. We're gonna study again on Tuesday. And today
Great.
we're making some caramel apples for the All Hallows Eve stuff.
Oh, that's
Rith will
fun.
Rith will be there, and so will Mateo.
Okay, cool. Who else?
Mateo.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I was really focused on the Rith thing,
Mm-hmm.
but if I hang out with him more, I can hang out with his friends.
And who are Rith's friends?
Who have I seen Rith hang out with? Nobody?
You've seen him hang out with Joel a little bit. Sometimes they've jammed because he plays the saxophone.
Okay.
Not so much Sai, aside of like if he happens to be in there.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple other Cephalons.
Yeah.
He doesn't hang out with too many people.
Yeah, so I'll be like, well, he hangs with Joel because they both do music stuff.
Perfect. Is he going?
Too.
Joel? Is he going?
I hadn't asked him.
Well, there's your problem.
Right, yes, that's the problem.
Rit's already going. They're friends. Might as well invite him.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay, I don't understand why we got off on that tangent, though, because you started to say, oh, well, if I'm focused on Rith, I have to hang out with his friends, but then none of his friends are going. So feel like you were avoiding another question I had, which is who else is going?
Oh, who else is going? Well, you know, Sai might be there. Probably not.
Mm-hmm. Is that it? Gustav going?
Yeah, Gustav's going.
Mm-hmm. Is Aspen going?
Yeah, Aspen's going.
And the other two?
They'll be there probably.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I feel like this kind of defeats the purpose a little bit.
Listen, it takes a little time to branch out your friend group, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It'll be
Well,
okay.
you should have a package today. It's a
really?
camera, and I expect you to take lots of pictures with your new friends, and I want to see it.
Okay, I can do that.
Great. How's everything else going?
Good.
Nothing crazy. How's your visions?
They're going all right. Look at this one. I'll show her a bumblebee with a red balloon over it.
Oh, that's actually really cute.
Yeah, it is.
No idea what it means.
Yeah, I'm not too
But
sure
cute.
either. Anyway, I gotta go study a bit before lunch, and then we're doing the caramel apples. Oh, and we got a costume. We went to town.
Oh
Dr.
yes.
Cat
What are you
is
dressing up? What are you dressing up as?
a cat.
Oh, a cat.
'Cause-
And you were taken by someone named Dr. Katz?
Yeah, I also thought it was kind of funny.
Who went on the shopping trip?
Oh no, says Kels, realizing what she's walked into again. Oh, you know, Gustav and Aspen.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And the other two?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about it. Next weekend, I do want you to come home. Just for the weekend.
The next weekend?
Yep, next weekend.
Like the whole weekend?
Like the whole weekend.
Oh, but I had some plans this coming weekend.
Yeah, what were your plans?
I was going to hang out with the movie club.
Who's in the movie club?
You can take a guess, Mom.
I can.
I think
Well, you
you'll
can
be
watch
right.
movies with your friends and do movie club any weekend.
Yeah, but we've missed a few of them.
You can watch movies here. Gustav can even come.
I'll ask. Are you sure this weekend?
Yes, this weekend.
The whole weekend.
The whole weekend.
Can I just come back on I don't know, Saturday afternoon or something, or?
Fine. Sunday. Seems like a waste of a trip to only come one day.
Okay, well, I'll see if I can change my plans.
Okay. Let me know.
Love you, bye.
Bye, I love you. And you hang up. Great.
Yeah, cool. Super great. Thank goodness for innocuous bee visions.
Yes.
At any rate, I will head to the library, I guess. Wait, where's Joel? I'll see him at lunch, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Why don't we fast forward to lunch?
Yeah.
Cool. It is lunch. Rith sits at your table with you guys.
Hi, Riff. Are you going to make
What's up?
apples with us?
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, Kels, what's hooking up?
I spit take, obviously, when you ask that. Why are you asking me that, Phineas?
Oh, well,
Where'd you hear that?
it was a term that came up and I wasn't sure what it meant and didn't want to tell me.
Now there's like, I don't know what it means either.
He said there were bees involved.
Oh my god.
Oh, like, no, okay.
No, whatever you were thinking was probably incorrect. Probably. It's when two people make out, but like a
Make
lot.
out.
Yeah.
Like they kiss and stuff. In private, usually this is a private.
So why isn't it just called kissing in private?
Give me a great roll. Kels.
This is too much for a teenager. 2.
Give me a brains roll.
19.
Great. Somebody else can help with her grit roll because she's going to start writing on the table since she went solo. So if someone wants to hurriedly put a piece of paper under
Yes.
her. You get a 19.
Yeah.
I will pull out a piece of parchment and put it underneath your on your hands, and I will also spend a adversity token, which gives you 2 more points. So 21. 'Cause I want to see what's gonna happen.
Oh, how are you gonna? Okay, yeah. Let's. Right, it's over 20. We'll do. There you go.
Oh no. This is it. It's 2 portraits. They're in reverse. I think it looks suspiciously like 2K. I'd say on one side with blood and stuff. On the other side, it's like an undead version. So extra pale skin and stuff like that. Cool. We'll finish that. I'll just look at it and put it in my folder and shut
The
the
whole
folder.
table is just like awkwardly silent, having you watched you
Yep.
draw this for some time as well.
Yep. It's extra detailed, which means an extra long time.
Oh, it's like a Halloween costume.
Yeah. Halloween costume.
It definitely looks like an older 2K as well. Like, not that much older, but definitely
Yeah.
older than he is now.
Yeah.
5 days
He's
older.
actually he's baby right now. He's only 13. That's practically a small child.
Yes.
We're of course all very adult still. At 14.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you finish this. The table's completely silent.
No. Oh, interesting. So anyway, you were saying.
Right. So anyway, have you guys ever had like a sex ed class or something like that? Do they have that in the wizarding world?
Oh, I wouldn't know, would I?
Nope. I guess
You're
not.
talking to the 2 people that did not go to.
Go to like any
Magical school.
actual schools.
Yeah. Aspen, you would have gotten one in middle school. That's typically when they start to do that stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, I got education on both the human and magical creature versions.
Right.
Because, you never know what goes on in the sanctuary after dark.
I guess you wouldn't.
No.
Anyway, there
Oh,
should
is this-
probably be.
Oh, I see. No, I think I know. I did have a conversation with Granny. So
Okay, so we're gonna go to the
sometimes-
library.
sometimes when a hag wants to dominate the soul of a mortal man, they sometimes spend some time alone together, and then he is her pawn forever.
Right. So after the caramel apples, we're going to go to the library. I'm pretty sure there's probably a helpful reference book, and you have any questions, the doctor can answer them.
All right. Oh, there was something else. Oh, we should look up. I'm embarrassed to say it, so Kels, I will ask you about it separately.
Okay.
When we walk to the, we'll stay behind when everyone goes to the kitchen. It won't be a long conversation.
Right. Okay. Cool.
I don't get it.
That's fine. Caramel apples. Oh, also, Beth, what are you going for All Hallows Eve? Apparently, we're all dressing up, or something.
Oh, I'm dressing up like Arby,
Like who?
my familiar arbiter.
Oh, that seems to be a common thing. I'm kind of dressing up like Poe. I mean,
No.
Poe before all the unpleasantness.
Cool.
Great. All right. Well, shall we begin?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Cool. I'll see you all there.
Yes, Kels.
Right. What?
Are you on drugs?
What?
I don't know.
What? Where did you get that one
Okay,
from?
well, I was talking to Tim and I was saying something. I don't know why, but I started
Is
talking.
Tim on drugs?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But maybe anyone could be, I suppose. But I was talking about all the strange behavior that I had noticed between Sai and Mateo. And then Tim said something about how changes in behavior, social withdrawal, glassy eyes, hiding things in their room, that kind of stuff sounded like someone who was on drugs. And then he was explaining that drugs are like healing potions that are addictive and kill you, which doesn't make any sense to me. And he said it was kind of a nymph thing that you would understand.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess celebrities can be on drugs, but Silent wouldn't be on drugs. He's a teenager and he's going to school here. It's like, it'd be super illegal.
Super weird for a teenager. You're right. Well, I don't know. Tim just seemed very convinced. And then I thought he was describing something called an intervention. And then I thought, oh, well, we have someone else who used to use and now isn't and now was thinking about doing it again. That might be a good framework for having a conversation just in case. And he said it was something about trapping them, but not exactly trapping them. And then sending them away to a strange place.
A little bit. I don't think they really would. I mean, this already is the weird place that he's sent to. So anyway, I'll think. Oh shoot! Mom wants me to visit home this weekend, so hopefully we can do it before I have to go. I was gonna ask Gustav. Any rate, doesn't matter. What does Mateo have to do with it? All he's doing is hanging out with all the cool kids.
No, Mateo goes to Sai's room and then comes out and seems furtive.
Huh. Okay, well, that's weird. Table that for now. It's time to make caramel apples.
Yes. Without drugs.
Yeah. Because there aren't any drugs here.
There's drugs everywhere.
No, not. They're illegal. That's why we couldn't do all those weird potions, because it's like illegal drugs. To help induce visions and stuff. When we were researching other ways to try to get more visions. Yeah.
Oh.
Some things are drugs.
So
but they're illegal.
So Sai wants to have visions.
No, well, no. Like, some drugs could do visions, I guess. I don't really know. Because I emphasize the part where they're illegal again. And that's rule breaking.
Look,
and that's bad.
Look, I don't mean to say anything bad about either the magical world or the nymph world, but it seems very complicated. Things are simpler in the forest.
Yeah, maybe a little more deadly too.
Well, I don't know. It seems like there's all sorts of things that I don't know. Anyway,
I think most of the things that tried to murder us here came from the forest. Not gonna lie.
do drugs come through the forest?
All right. No, but they probably aren't trying to actually murder you.
I don't know. Well, someone is making healing potions that are addictive and kill you, and that seems like it should be stopped.
I think it's just if you take too much of something, it can cause complications.
Hmm.
And
All right.
I don't know if that's as possible with potions. I wouldn't know much about that part, though.
I don't know. Well, maybe we should just intervene with everyone, since we
No.
can't tell for sure who is on what, and we'll just.
I don't, sometimes maybe it's not our problem. Yeah, I think so. I think that one. Because then we get into the snitching territory. Like, who's going to listen to us? If someone's wild enough to be taking illegal drugs in our school, are they really going to listen to me or the two known snitches in our group?
Kills, give me a grit roll.
Yeah. That's one.
Another piece of paper.
Okay. Well, are you guys at the table, or did you guys start walking down there just
I
behind
think
the
we
group?
started walking at some point, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So you start to walk, but you start to just kind of in the air without a pen.
Pen, paper, on my back. Just
Give me a flight roll, Phineas.
$13.
Okay. Give me a brains roll, Kels.
I got a 14.
Okay.
Hey, this vision's about drugs.
You don't know that.
Are you sure? Because if I was to say, it's some sort of hand giving an inappropriate gesture, but it's also one of the fingers is a mushroom, and there's like smoke, and there's a skull, and the thumb's like a bird, and there's a yin yang symbol.
There's 100% a peace sign in that.
There is also that.
Yeah.
If I was to say something was drugs related, it'd be this one.
All right.
Also, we were just talking about that.
All right.
Okay. I'm like, oh, cool. Thanks, Phineas. Anyway, this says to me that we don't talk to anybody about it. We leave this information to ourselves.
How do you get that?
Perfect. It aligns with my worldview. Love it. Let's go.
All right.
Pitch up to the group, who's just awkwardly standing around waiting for you guys to start.
Well, thank you for explaining that, Kels. I still don't. Anyway, I'm more confused than. Anyway, never mind. All right. Sugar, butter, vanilla, double boiler, water, candy thermometer, apples, sticks, assembly line. Let's go.
Elder will get the thermometer because that's what you taught him to do.
Yes. And white and dark chocolate for enrobing. So we'll need 2 more small not double boilers. We'll need 2 more small bowls that we can put over simmering water to get them all nice and melted.
So, who all did show up? Is just our group that was at the lunch table?
It's just everybody that was at the lunch table. Yeah.
That's
You
why
forgot to find Joel.
I did forget to find Joel. I got distracted by awkward conversations.
I I wonder if Sai lost track of time for some reason. Probably.
He's probably just busy.
Mm-hmm.
Or sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Late to class a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Can I
You guys start
impale the
working out?
apples with the sticks?
So I don't think you should have to jam them in repeatedly and turn this apple into just a pile of mush, Aspen.
That's applesauce.
That looks like a murder scene, not a candy.
Yeah, if you stick it in too far, it's a little weird if it goes out the other side. And you're supposed to go along the core and not all the other directions.
It'd be a cool concept because it'd be like corn on the cob almost, and you could eat it like that. But then also, it would be really hard to present. So probably best we just eat it like halfway through.
Yeah.
Oh, could someone
Alright.
charm them so that they stand up on one of the sticks and spin?
I mean, we could, but I don't think our stuff will last that long
That's a
enough
good
for
point.
I certainly can't.
Okay.
display purposes.
All right.
So let's just make all of the normal ones first,
Yes.
and then we can try some display ones with some fancy stuff in the
Yes.
chocolate.
Yes. And honestly, we should probably only make enough for ourselves and a few other people because I don't think everyone's going to eat them.
Not like everyone. But I mean, if we made, what, like a dozen? That's a normal amount of food
Sure.
for a group event, and they'll keep a few days if we need to eat them later.
Well, Brigham will have one. Aspen can challenge Casey to a contest to see who can eat them the fastest, and that means he'll have one. I think we can get rid of a dozen. So we make a dozen.
Great. Give me. I don't even know. Brains? Sure.
Well, everyone's
you're doing
helping.
Right.
I think everyone's helping with the skill that they're best at. Phineas is
Sure.
flitting from spot
Aspen-
to spot.
Aspen, you can give me a fight roll.
Just stab the apple.
Yeah.
Stab.
I think the rest of you are mainly brain. Or if someone is doing the dipping, maybe they could do charm.
I feel like flight would also work, so you don't
Yes.
mess up your dip
Yes, I'll do-
situation.
Just give me a roll.
I'll do the dipping.
And we'll do difficulty 7. It's not going to be hard.
All right.
Okay.
All right. We're good.
Luckily, Rudy isn't here. Otherwise, it'd be a lot more difficult.
Yeah. I got 15.
Okay. Did anybody not make the difficulty roll of 7?
I got 13.
Great. Gustav? Good?
18.
Great. Okay. Everybody's able to do their job. They're good. You guys have you've made a dozen regular caramel apples.
I'd like to say that 13 is a good roll because it means that Aspen didn't impale it, just gave it enough force so that it would go through as far as it needed to go.
Yes.
The exact amount needed. Perfect.
Yes.
I'm sure there's a few
that first one
mistakes
was
around.
100% murdered.
But nothing.
First one was
no
for fun. It's for
excess-
science.
Yeah. For science.
test
We have to
apple.
practice dipping with it. And making our chocolate decor on them.
Cool.
Yes.
You've made a dozen. Now what do you do?
Well, no, I think we want to enrobe them. The special ones just for us. That way, if they turn out to be weird, it's fine. We'll eat them.
Okay. You're making more, or you're just doing the dozen that you have?
Taking the ones that have cooled, we're
Okay.
going to
So everybody gets an apple and does something.
Yeah,
with
and we can all decorate our own. I like that.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 apples. So half of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
I'm going to try the flapping dark chocolate bat in front of a white chocolate boon.
A flapping one.
Yes. So I'm going to paint it on, and then I'm going to attempt just a little bit of this.
Okay.
As an illusion.
It's right. It's going to be difficult because you haven't taken any sort of class for that yet.
No. It's very
we'll
different. It's very
say-
different than my gingerbread children.
Yeah. I'll let you do charm or yeah, it'd be charm. Charm difficulty 16. Oh, well, you're the bad charm too, aren't you?
Oh God, yeah.
Most
Yeah.
of us are, in fact, that person.
Oh, right. No. One of you guys.
I mean,
had-
to be
That was
fair,
harsh.
Twy and Aspen, well, Gustav and Aspen are both the decent.
Okay.
That's a 4, which for me is good.
Great.
I mean,
but
you
it's
have a magic
more
die.
than 5.
Oh, it's a magic die.
Oh yeah.
I'm
you
actually
should
using
use it.
magic.
I know it's wild when we
You
do
should
that.
definitely use that and hope maybe you won't.
Explode.
Oh, the magic die can't explode though.
Yeah.
No.
So that's a total of 8, which for me is very good.
But still failing by more than 5.
I mean, if it turns out to be tremendously horrific and disturbing, I would be fine with that.
You start to try to enchant this thing, and the wings start flapping, but it starts flapping too hard. It's getting bigger. So this bat is just getting bigger, flapping harder to where it's causing problems, and it starts to just fly around, knock stuff over, making just this huge mess. Ruins a couple of the caramel apples by knocking them down onto the floor that you've already made.
Quick, catch it, eat it.
Are you sure it'd be a good idea to eat it?
It's made of chocolate.
Are you going to try to catch it and eat it, Phineas?
Yeah, it may be destructive, but it's delicious.
Flight roll difficulty 11.
Yeah, 19.
Okay. You quickly watch it and then just like a cat grab it out of the air.
And
Eyes kinda-
it is indeed chocolate.
Amber for a second.
And then,
It does have a weird, you can taste the magic on it almost.
ooh,
But
tangy.
It's not awful.
All right, here, try some.
I'll pass.
You'll have some, won't you, Gustav?
I'm feeling a little bit quizzy, to be honest. That was quite a sight.
Joel. No, Joel's not here. Rith.
I'm lactose intolerant.
It's dark chocolate. Fine.
Ozzy Osbourne it. Just,
Right. Well, you have to.
oh yeah.
All right. Well, my attempt failed. I'll clean all this up.
All right, what are the rest of you guys doing with your apples?
Can I try to transfigure it into a banana?
We could just dip bananas.
Yeah.
But I want to see if it works.
We're gonna end up with 0 caramel apples by the end of this.
Give me a charm roll difficulty 13.
That's a 7.
Okay. Did you roll your magic die?
Yep.
Okay. So you try to transfigure it into a banana. Basically, all you've done is given this caramel apple a peel.
Is the peel under the caramel?
Yes.
At least it's still kind of appealing.
It's okay, Aspen. Not every plan goes well.
Next time, I think if I made it so that it tastes like a banana, it would be easier. Or maybe that would be harder. Would the banana still be hard? Or would it be soft?
Well, that depends if it's ripe banana or not.
Fair point. Maybe that's what went wrong. I didn't specify the ripeness of the banana that I was trying to transfigure it into. I should work on that.
Cool. All right, Gustav, what are you doing?
I am staring forlornly at the door. Do I see Ophelia appear?
No.
Kels, I need some advice.
Yeah?
I read in my book that at the start of the book, the guy gets intrigued by the girl and then gets her attention. And then she rejects him. And then she runs through a storm and bursts through the door and declares that she loves him, right?
Right, yeah.
And I asked Ophelia to the dance, and she rejected me. And we're not outside, but there are doors here. So, if Ophelia isn't here, does this mean that she doesn't like me?
No. You're probably jumping to conclusions. Also, despite romance books being very exciting, they're usually not actually how relationships work. My dad sat me down and told me about that one because I was reading a lot of. Any rate,
Did you even invite Ophelia?
Oh no.
Yeah.
She's got to decide for herself that she wants to date me.
Okay, hold on, wait. No, you should have asked her to come if you wanted her to come. Also,
I'm not sure that's how it works.
no one knows that we're here except, I don't know, the teacher, chef, cook, and
Right.
And Mateo and Silent and
Mateo and Silent, but I don't think they're going to be all like, I heard they're hanging out here making caramel apples.
And Izzy.
Izzy.
Yeah, and Izzy.
All right. So we need to, next time we make caramel apples or do something else, we need to do it in public so that she'll know.
Also, Emmy. Emmy turned me down.
You didn't get a chance to ask Emmy. Her familiar spit paint all over you before you could ask.
Yeah.
Right.
So it didn't really. Okay, yeah. So you just need to talk with them, I guess.
I guess I just imagined it.
Imagined what?
Talking with Emmy like a normal person and asking her to come.
Right. Because you went to her room and you didn't do that?
I kind of got turned away by her familiar before I could ask.
Oh, did the familiar like tell you to go away, or?
You could say that. You know how like sometimes when like you have a baby and like something doesn't agree with it, so it kind of spits up. It was like that.
Oh. Gross. Though,
Mm-hmm.
no offense, Aspen. I assume of all people, you'd probably take it in stride, considering where you grew up.
Yep.
Well, that sounds more like an accident than a purposeful rejection thing.
Yep.
Ray finishes his apple and he's like, look. And it's just, he took the regular caramel apple and just put like chocolate in one of those squeezy things so he could make lines and just made it look like a jack-o'-lantern.
It's funny because I was also doing that.
That's hilarious.
So I'm like, oh, yeah. And I turn and it's also a jack-o'-lantern face.
Nice.
Nice.
That's so much smarter than trying magic.
Papillon.
Yes.
Heather has not done anything to his apple. He's just like, he does not know where to begin.
Well, you should show Caldra how to put the chocolate on to make it look like a jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, and I will say that it's probably not the most well done Smiley's face. It looks like a jack-o'-lantern because I don't really cook or anything, but it's a face. Or you could make like an abstract pattern or something, but like normally you do like a pumpkin carving thing. You make it look like a jack-o'-lantern.
I don't know what a jack-o'-lantern is.
It's a pumpkin with a face in it that looks like this and has a light inside for decoration. I don't think it's too common here either. That's all right.
He'll start to do something. You'll see, he just made spider webs.
Classic. Very good. All right, are we going to make a couple replacement apples? Do we have enough supplies for that? Or...
You guys are down to 4 extra apples now. Phineas, you're muted.
We'll make plain ones to replace them.
Okay.
And then probably an extensive cleanup montage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it would have taken a while because that probably knocked over the caramel, and so you had to bake some more, and it took quite a bit.
Right.
All right,
You know,
and you
it's
guys are just
interesting.
storing them?
The net gain in total volume of chocolate was impressive. Like maybe we just melt down the rest of the carcass of the chocolate bat.
No.
Because it started as a last small piece of chocolate and then became a giant piece of chocolate, and now we can melt it
Do you
back
think
down.
it's just going to...
It could be like infinite
it'll
chocolate.
just shrink? It'll probably just shrink again.
Phineas, you've licked that.
I've had a fantastic idea. I was talking to, I think it was Izzy the other day, and she was complaining about how some treat that she liked, like she couldn't eat as much as she wanted to because whatever. But what if we could take small amounts of something like chocolate and then make it seem like a giant amount, and then you could eat as much as you wanted and it would shrink in your stomach?
I mean, it'd probably still taste weird, right? You said it was weird. Like you can taste the magic.
Oh, taste the magic. That's a fantastic marketing slogan.
I'm pretty sure there's like scam companies that do this.
Oh wow.
Like 100% there is magical scam companies that send you mailers to do this thing. So it's probably not a legit thing. Otherwise people would do it. Or it is and people end up sick.
Great. What are you guys doing with the extra apples?
There's a place we could store them here, or do we?
Yeah, you put them in one of the fridges.
Yeah, we'll just store them here.
We can pull some. We can pull out some of the wax paper.
Yeah.
To wrap them up. A little butcher's twine. Oh, we could have just. Oh, now that I look at it, we could literally have just wrapped them up in butcher paper, or paper and drawn on the outside with like a pen. It would have been much faster and cleaner.
But we do have chocolate on them now, which is tasty.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Now what are you guys doing? It's basically already almost dinner time at this point.
Well, I hope that that bat does shrink back down because I'm still quite full. Why wouldn't any of you help me eat the bat? It's just ensorcelled chocolate.
I don't want ensorcelled chocolate.
Why not?
I want regular chocolate.
But,
Don't like eating magical creatures.
but it wasn't a creature.
It reminds me of bits.
It reminded me of that scene in The Lord of the Rings where Gollum eats the fish and is.
Yeah, or like you've heard of like places that have like octopus that's still alive and it's wriggling when you eat it. Like gross.
I'm sorry, but your world is very strange.
Is Lord Rings another movie?
Yes.
Yes.
Lord of the Rings. Actually, it's also a book. A much
It's like,
better
yes,
one.
and the books are way better than the movie.
Exactly. It gets a little dry around like the end of book 1, but if you make it through all of the travel stuff, it gets really good.
So what's it about?
Well,
It's
And then
Lord,
you
because
go
that's
on
not
to
the
explain
rings.
the lore of the Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
all of it. Goes on for a while, and then we end.
And Rith will also add in too, chime in.
Yeah, and I'll be like, oh, Mom wants me to visit home this weekend, so maybe I can pick up the books while I'm there. I can lend them to you.
I hope that your mum doesn't pick you up and climb onto a funeral pyre and.
What?
No. I also don't. Is this a reference?
With Denethor.
Oh, right. No, I don't think so. But oh, Gustav, you said you could come if you want.
When we going to, this weekend?
She wants me to go the whole weekend, but I said I was busy, so maybe it'll just be Sunday. But we can talk more about it this week. Oh, also she said I had a package arriving? Maybe I should check on that.
Yeah, you can go check.
Maybe you should ask if Rith can join you.
Kel's give me a grit roll. For Phineas making this situation just suddenly very awkward.
Phineas has figured out the trigger.
It is instant. It's an instant trigger with a 1 on the grit roll. Phineas has to carry around paper around for me now.
Yes.
I can say anything, and she just has a vision.
So once again, you start to like write as if there's paper there, but there isn't, and there's no pen in your hand. So Phineas, give me a flight roll. Say difficulty 10 to get it into her hand fast enough.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
It actually already
Give me a
had.
brain throw.
I already had the pen and paper ready behind my back. Here you go. You're gonna need
Here
this.
you go. What do you mean? Anyway, here's a statement. I got a 11 on the brains roll.
Okay.
Come on, something normal. I like seeing everyone's icons showing up in the Google Doc. It is a syringe with a chain on it. The intervention question looms greatly. Kels will sigh. She'll put it in her vision book with the other drug stuff.
What do you mean? What other drug stuff?
Don't worry about it. There's several, actually. I think some of them they have not picked up on because they are 14-year-olds who don't know about drugs.
All right. Cool.
We should take an apple to Mateo, don't you think, Kels?
Yeah, maybe you should. Since you're in the same house.
But you are smart and Mateo likes you, isn't that true? Or did I just make that up?
I mean, Mateo's pretty friendly with everybody.
All right.
But if I scan the dinner room, is he sitting with a group of popular kids or something, or is he not here?
It's not quite dinner yet.
Oh, okay. Not quite dinner.
It's almost dinner time, but no.
Okay.
So you can go run and grab your package, and you guys can like check in on something real quick if you need to.
Yeah. I will shrug off the conversation by saying I need to go get the package.
It's like, yeah, I'll walk with you.
Cool. We scurry away.
Cool. Phineas, where are you going? What are you doing?
Finishing tidying as the crew comes in to prepare dinner, I suppose.
Okay. Cool. 2K will help. Is that what you guys are doing too? You guys are just helping clean up and whatever while you wait for dinner? Okay, cool. Dinner time. Kels, you got a camera.
Is it like
It's
regular
enchanted.
camera?
It's
Okay.
like a regular camera, but it's definitely enchanted like a magical camera.
cool? Does it take like Polaroids and stuff like that? Is it
Yeah.
fun instant? Yes,
Yeah.
that actually is fun. If Rith came with me to get the camera, I'd be like, oh, cool. Mom sent me a camera because she wants me to like document my time at school or something.
Oh, cool.
Anyway, selfie, and I'll,
Oh.
and we take a picture.
How long do you hold the button down for?
I think it's just instant.
Okay, so you take it, and when it comes out, it's like you can see a little shift. Like, clearly there's some movement in the picture, just a little bit.
Oh, okay. I see. Oh, that's neat. We'll have to try out this later. All right, let's go get dinner.
Cool. Y'all go get dinner?
Mhm.
All right, you guys are at dinner?
Is Riff here still?
Yep. He was walking with Kels and walked back with Kels.
Is Emmy in the cafeteria food?
Sure.
Yeah. Can Aspen take a caramel apple over to her.
Sure. She's sitting with Ophelia.
Hi. I mean,
Hey, what's up, Aspen?
uh,
I just want to say I'm really sorry about my familiar spitting on you last night. That wasn't. He knows better.
oh, no worries. It's fine. It's cool. So we made caramel apples after lunch today. And I thought you would like one. So here you go.
Oh, cool. But is this just a plain caramel apple?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like, cool. How do you eat it? Do you just bite into it, or are you supposed to like? Is this a fork and knife situation?
I think it's like you just bite into it, like.
Oh, cool. Well, thanks.
You're welcome. Also, Ophelia, Gustav thinks you're cool. She'll walk away.
Ophelia has a vision.
Gustav suddenly feels embarrassed for no reason.
I look up and see an entire table of people staring at me.
Yep. Pretty much. All right. Cool. You guys eat dinner.
Yes. I will take a caramel apple to Tim and just give it to him and say, even though you wouldn't participate, you still benefit from the fruits of our labors. No, I put a paper crown around it so that it doesn't drip onto your gloves. It's apparently delicious. I don't know. Also, I made a giant bat out of chocolate and it flew around and I had to grab it out of the air to eat it alive.
Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
At least you caught it.
Yes. It was quite delicious. Tangy. Well, enjoy.
Thanks.
Oh, how is our friend?
He's good.
Good. All right.
Are you just going to stare at him until he eats a piece?
Yes.
Okay. He'll take a fork and knife and cut off a piece. And then... Good. Tastes like an apple dipped in caramel.
I know, right? What's the point? Why not just like take slices of apple and dip them in caramel? It's like, it seems like a whole production.
Yeah. I mean, I'll admit I was jealous as a kid when other kids would celebrate Halloween, but...
How would they celebrate Halloween?
You like dress up in costumes, and then you'd go to people's houses, and they'd give you candy. But my parents thought it was like a devil's holiday, so we didn't do any of that.
Devil? You mean like an actual devil?
Yeah, like the devil, like the Christian Catholic devil. Just weird nymph religion.
Oh. So I think there's only one.
Yeah, they think there is the devil and then the God. Well, the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. It's complicated. There's a lot of rules and there's a book, and it's... Yeah.
Well, how do they feel?
I don't believe in that stuff
How do they feel
anymore.
about you being in magic school?
They don't know I'm in magic school.
Where do they think you are?
Just somewhere else. Anyway, did you want to like go check on Greer or something, or?
Yeah, we can do that, and you can tell me more. If you want to, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Your parents sound very, well, I don't know. I can't think of a good word to say. But at least they're not hags.
Sure.
All right. Cool. And we'll go.
Cool. Tells you see these two going off somewhere again.
Yeah. Eyes narrow.
And you see 2K watching.
Uh-huh. I was like, oh, do you need to go somewhere, 2K?
No.
Okay.
Cool. Phineas, you go with Tim. Go check on Greer, even though he's fairly recently. Well, not he ate this morning, so he can get another meal tonight. Yeah. He's like, you feed him this time.
I will. There's probably still some chocolate on my fingers, and don't lick that off. It's not good for you.
So, did you guys talk to to Calder? Or do an intervention or anything?
Well, I mean, we did
Or whatever.
before. We had a lengthy conversation where we made it very clear that there's no positive outcome. We played out the tape to show that even though there might seem to be immediate answers, the long-term consequences are certainly to be negative. And that it's not what Professor Levi would want. But I would feel much better if Professor Levi were back to say that himself.
Yeah. It is a little bit concerning.
Well, there's not much we can do about it.
No, but it's like the one person that's taking care of the kid is gone, and now there's no one to really, I don't want to say keep him in check, but you know what I mean?
Well, he needs a support system.
Right.
And we're trying the best that we can. And we have been all semester being a support system. We're very good at that. Being people's support systems.
Cool. Well, you guys keep doing that.
So, you don't want to tell me more about where your parents think you are?
They think I'm in a mental institution right now.
I mean, sort of.
Yeah. Who knows? I still could be. It could all be some crazy delusion, hallucination.
I think if I was a hallucination, probably. I think. Maybe. Or maybe that's what a hallucination would think.
Exactly. No way of really knowing.
No, I think there is.
No, because anything you do could just be part of the hallucination.
It seems like an exhausting train of thought.
Yeah.
I think it's probably best to just assume that the things that you see around you are real. Like, for example, I'll poke him.
Yeah.
Like, whether that was some grand illusion or the real thing, it's still like a poke, right? Or if someone's coming at you with, a piece of gum and is going to stick it on you, you might as well not let them do it, whether it's a delusion or not. And if you're in the Forbidden Forest and a troll is coming at you, you better run one way or another.
Yeah.
It's pragmatism. But I don't think that...
I don't actually think everything's a hallucination.
Good.
I don't think I'm crazy anymore.
Good. Well, how did you find out about the magic world and wind up here?
Well, I started seeing ghosts and having my visions, and at first my parents thought I was acting up, lying and just misbehaving. And then they thought I was possessed, and they tried to exorcise me, which obviously didn't work. And then they just figured I was crazy. So then they sent me to a insane asylum. But then the magical people got me because they decided to intervene because my powers had manifested early reasons. And then went to a magical middle school, which I thought, oh, great, cool. I'm not, a total freak or whatever. Other people have magical abilities. Great. Not the case. One, I was the only nymph born in the school because apparently nymph-borns don't go to magical school until high school. And they don't all see ghosts and stuff. So, yeah.
Well, I think that just means you're special.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's special in a certain way. Also, no offense, but I think your parents sound worse than Kel's mom. That's saying something.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, you don't have to worry about it anymore. And this is a better place to be, isn't it? Or is it?
In an insane asylum, yeah.
All right. Well, good. Well, things are working out. Things are looking up, yes?
Sure.
You're not in an asylum. You don't have to deal with your parents' overbearing nature and shockingly medieval worldview. And you have friends. And a puppy who loves you very much, don't you, Greer?
Yeah. Look, I kind of miss the solitude. Say that much.
Ah, well. Too much of anything is bad for you. I learned that today.
I'm kidding. I didn't like it there. I thought I was actually crazy until I was told I wasn't. So it was nice having the validation at least.
Yes.
And not being... Remember our talk about drugs? They thought I was actually crazy, so then they gave me crazy drugs. So, yeah.
And the more I learn about nymphs, I mean, again, I don't want to be offensive, but it seems very backward.
I mean, they don't know about the magical world, and the magical world does that on purpose, so whose fault is it?
Oh. Yes, I've never really understood that. I mean, it's pretty obvious, isn't it?
What's obvious?
Well, magic and monsters and things.
No.
Isn't?
In the nymph world? No.
Oh.
Yeah, they keep all that hidden.
Well, I don't know. Don't really know much about it either. None of them seem to be particularly efficient. I mean, seriously, one resource officer for this entire school with all the death threats and invasions and...
I mean, that's pretty standard for nymph world, too.
I know, maybe it's a human thing. Again, no offense.
Are you not human?
I don't know.
Or at least part human.
I don't think Granny thinks I am.
I mean, you're human presenting.
Probably. But who knows? Granny seems to think, well, she has... See, I don't like to say bad things about humans because then I kind of sound like Granny. And I don't want that. But she doesn't seem to put me in the same class as humans. But whatever. I don't know. All right, well, I'm glad you're here and not in a drugged state in some other nymph facility.
Yeah, me too.
Good talk.
Yep. Cool. Anything you guys are doing before bed?
Is Mateo in the lunchroom at dinner time?
Yeah.
Phineas is left. Is he surrounded by popular people?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a no-go. I did my part. I think also before bed, I'll be going to the library and I'll be looking for books, like fictional books that have like stories of people who wield ultimate power, but it betrays them in the end and ends up poorly for them, and so on. You know, they're warned by their friends not to use the ultimate dark power, and then it betrays them. And then I'm just going to take that stack of books and say, oh, 2K, I really like these books. You should read them. As a nighttime drop off.
Nice. Okay. Cool. Great. So nobody good for the day? Because we're like out of time almost. Okay. All Hallows Eve. Yay.
Yay.
It's basically just a really fancy dinner. And people dress up in costumes. There's like a feast laid out with a lot of just regular food that's themed. So, you know, like instead of spaghetti and meatballs, it's like spaghetti and eyeballs. But then there's just so many treats and just junk food and candy. All that good stuff. They do introduce the new school resource officer before the dinner starts.
I give him a wave.
And, Officer Duro, this is his first day. So
Point at Tim and
Duro, isn't that Coda's last name? I say to Gustav.
Yes, I think he is an uncle.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Excellent.
Interesting.
Well,
I wonder if he's overprotective too.
Well, I hope he is, and I hope he's more competent than One Line Willie.
You take that back. He sacrificed himself for us.
It's true. It's true. Very brave. Just not a lot of screen time.
Kels, don't forget you have your nice fancy camera now.
I do have a nice fancy camera.
You do see when they come off stage, Officer Duro, he goes over to his nephews, and you see Manny is dressed up as a knight, Coda is dressed up as a king, and then his service familiar has little dragon wings on it.
But what is Officer Juro dressed as?
He's
A
not
resource
dressed as
officer?
anything. Yeah, he's in his school resource officer uniform. So when there's music,
Is there dancing?
and if you want, nobody's
Yeah.
really dancing right now.
They are now.
Just Phineas. I'll take a picture with Gustav, who is in a banana costume, question mark?
I am. It turns out that this is a comedic banana costume, which means that it has shorts which look like underwear with little love hearts on them.
Perfect.
Cool. Well, I hope you like being eternalized in this picture. Here, I think we can wave. I'll try out the longer
Yeah.
button press. Yeah.
It's similar to like a boomerang, essentially.
Okay. Yeah.
How long do you think that you could hold the button down? Could we make like an entire movie and then it would play backwards at the end?
I don't think so. There's probably an upper limit. Like,
It'd also be an
I don't
awful because you'd have to wait for it to go back each time.
yeah. to restart and go around again.
No sound.
No sound. You have to have little title cards in between every scene. Anyway, let's eat the caramel apples we spent all that time making.
Cool. You guys have a few left. I don't know if you wanted to pass them out to anybody else.
Can I take a
Yeah. Go ahead.
Can I take a couple to the prefects? Be like, hello, fellow prefects. How goes it?
Ah, I see. Your sister is just like, oh, yeah. What's up, Rosemary? And then you see her friends like, oh, okay. Yeah, what's up? How's your house's house points looking?
Okay. guess.
Rosemary punches Harvey in the arm.
I brought you a peace offering. They're apples dipped in caramel.
Oh, thanks, Rosemary.
You're welcome. Stay hot. And then she'll walk away.
You think I'm hot, Rosemary? She's like, shut up. Let's see. Are you guys looking for anyone in particular?
I could look around for Mateo again. But he's probably standing around.
He's dressed as a famous potioneer. And yeah, he's up with the cool kids and stuff. And you do see Sai over there, standing very close to a girl. He's dressed as a from a magical movie, so it's called Lethal Elegance, and he's dressed as Lethal Elegance Swabs Water, and he's dressed as the gentleman from that movie. And the girl is dressed like the sequel, so it's Lethal Elegance Femme Fatale, and she's dressed as the killer from that movie. They've got masks with some blood on them.
The girl is not Iris?
They're wearing masks.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, maybe it's Iris.
I mean, she is very close, and like arm on him, arm on his chest sometimes, you know.
Girls? Perhaps you should take a photo of our local celebrity who was kind of a friend of yours. Maybe that would do you good with your mother.
I look over there, look back. No, I don't think so. I think I'm good over here.
All right.
Rith will walk up. It's like, hey guys. And you can see he's kind of basically just has stripes all down his body, like his familiar does, and then some dragonfly wings, essentially.
Oh, hey, Rith. Next costume.
Thanks. Yours looks good too. 2K, you're a
Bumblebee Bat.
Bumblebee Bat. Yes. I just blanked on the name of it. Yep. He's literally just wearing a yellow and black striped shirt.
Listen, it's close enough.
Oh, Rith looks at you and is like, Bumblebee. Like the Vision.
Yeah. It probably was kind of like that. Predicts Halloween costumes.
Which, you know, 2K looks at you. Oh, you had another vision of me?
Silent communication of like, yeah, I did. I have so many visions of 2K. Any rate, since Rith's here, be like, oh, let's take a picture with the costumes on.
You guys will take a picture. You guys take a group photo or anything?
I am slightly suspicious that these pictures also go directly to my mom, and she will see all of the pictures that I take and who is in them. So, like, maybe one, but probably not unless someone insists.
Gotcha.
I'll dance
Fair
over.
enough.
Here, I'll take one. So we can get the full effect. And then I'll kind of
Thanks.
dance around, and then I'll put make sure that Sai is in the background, and like try to angle it so that the popular people are in the background.
Oh, hey, I noticed him doing that. I'm going to try to angle him away.
You don't
gonna
know.
keep
I'm back
spinning.
here. No, it's fine. You look great.
Yeah. No. So it's an awkward picture of me going like, hey, wait.
Wait, yeah, exactly, the hand out. Just your hand, just going towards the photo. Cool.
It's a little lonely out here on the dance floor, Rith.
Yeah, it's probably because a lot of people aren't
I
dancing.
know,
The
it's almost
dancing, we don't have to
too bad.
dance.
It's too bad if there isn't another person who is brave enough to ask someone else to dance with them.
I don't think.
Oh, were you going to ask someone to dance with you, Phineas?
No, that's not
Yeah,
what
you
I'm
should
saying
ask
at
someone
all.
to dance with you, Phineas.
Why?
You should
No.
Not
definitely
brave
ask
enough
someone
to
dance
ask
with you.
somebody to dance with you? Why don't you ask Tim?
I
Yeah,
will.
you could ask Tim. You keep going off with him somewhere. You want to ask Tim to dance?
Tim doesn't like dancing. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I like dancing.
Oh, wow.
I will give Rith the look.
Don't worry about it. He just gets
it's
like that.
fine if you don't want to. If you don't want to seize the opportunity.
Look, for some people, it's opportunities for success. Others, it's opportunities for failure.
All right. Children are so self-conscious.
Yeah. Aspen, you go away from your sister and you bump into Brody. Oh, looks like the feral freak is dressed as the domesticated dork.
What did you say?
You heard me. Oh, right, you don't speak human very well. Forgot. Don't worry, you'll get it. I mean, your sister's learned to barely read and write by now, right?
Aspen, you'll dance with me, won't you? As we see Aspen doing exactly that.
He'll be like, see you later, nerd, and he'll pass you and get chocolate on your jacket. On your sister's jacket.
The heck? Damn, she's gonna kill me.
Oh no, I think she'll kill him. Well, probably not kill. Maim? Track down to the ends of the earth? I mean, you've seen how she's been going after that Samantha person. I mean, you did dress as her because she's the most frightening person on campus.
Fair point.
Maybe Brody has a death wish.
That's very likely.
He needs some counseling.
I mean, to be
Indeed.
fair, this was supposed to be happening far away from your group.
It's not that big.
A mess hall to fit the entire school at once?
All right, fine.
It's pretty big. Give me a brains roll, Phineas.
Ooh, 7, which is fantastic for me.
Okay. You can either see Aspen with her run-in with Brody or Tim
What's happening with
getting
Tim?
harassed.
Oh, getting harassed? Which is closer?
Yeah.
No, I was saying which is closer, because I would
Oh,
just I would say which
Tim
is
would be
closer.
closer.
Okay, then I would notice that.
Yeah. There's people messing with him because he's not wearing a costume. They put like a sheet over him with a ghost face on it, which he rips off.
All right. I'll dance over. No, actually, that's a really clever costume. It's kind of like Gustav going as Banana Boy.
I don't think they mean it to be.
I know they don't. You have,
And they're just
but
like, oh,
you can show that their little clever stuff is like, yeah, you have eyes. I see ghosts. What of it? Oh, your grandma's a hag. Yeah. Thank you for repeating facts to me. Like, everyone knows these things. You cannot hurt me with facts about myself that are self-evident and public. Oh, you're a freak, aren't you? Yes. And what? You know what I'm not? Boring and common. Let's dance.
I was just gonna head out.
I know, come on.
Actually, like out the,
No,
like
come on.
like leave, and he'll walk as you dance next to him.
It's like, what?
Aspen, you have someone come up to you. It's like, oh, you got some chocolate there. Here. They take like a napkin and it just spreads it in worse. Oh man, that's sorry. Maybe you should be less messy, eat with utensils, you know. And he'll walk past and high five Brody, who are both laughing at you now.
Aspen's gonna go over. It's like, you got a problem? Is it because your parents don't love you enough? Are you jealous of me because I have parents who actually love me? Eh? Is that it? Are you
love your
jealous?
mommy and daddy? Do you miss your mommy and daddy?
Of course I do. Who doesn't?
Aww.
I mean, I guess like the people whose parents are no longer with them, but I guess they would still miss them too. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know you guys have that whole pack mentality thing,
I mean, yeah, you'd die alone if you didn't.
Sure. You might want to clean yourself up. I know you're probably not used to, cleaning yourself up or showering and I don't mean like, licking yourself. I mean like actual soap and water.
You don't say.
Yeah, well, I know you're not used to that. Probably, and I know you're dressed as your sister, who probably also doesn't know that. I doubt anyone in your family does, right? You guys just raised by wolves type deal.
At least it's being better than raised by buttholes.
They look at each other and just kind of laugh. Did you call me a butthole?
What are you gonna do about
My
it?
parents? What are you gonna do about it? And he flicks some more chocolate on you.
Are you a baby? Just playing with your food now?
That is the 13-year-old.
14.
Whatever. Same thing.
At least I'm more mature than you old farts are.
You think you're mature? That's cute.
More than you are. Thank you. I'm adorable.
You can't even keep food off your clothes.
It's a snack for later.
Mhm.
Better, duh.
Really? God, you're weird.
At least I don't have a pull up my ass.
That doesn't make any sense. That's usually used for when someone's like strict. I know you're, kind of like parroting things you hear because you haven't really figured out the language yet, but you should probably figure out what things mean before you say them. Bark them out to people.
Sure.
Why don't you go run back to your freak of a sister?
Why don't you run back to the hole that came from you?
What? The hole? Run back to the hole that came from? Are you even? What?
Exactly. She'll walk away.
You'll feel more food hit your back.
So just keep walking. It's like, it's not worth it.
Give me a flight roll.
It's a 4.
Okay. You feel your pants go down around your ankles and you fall onto the floor.
I'm just gonna lay there for a minute. It's like I exist here now.
Okay. The school resource officer is going to come over and pick you up. Hey, you okay?
Just peachy.
You want to pull your pants up for me?
Yep. She'll do that.
Okay, you good? You seem to have gotten some stuff off on your jacket.
Yeah, I'm sure it'd come out if you, dry clean it. Magic version of dry cleaning.
Yeah, let's stick with the magic version. Here, and he'll cast some magic to clean off your jacket.
Thank you.
I'm a messy eater too, so pays to know that one.
Yeah.
So you everything's fine? Was that just a lack of a belt issue, or?
Sure, or it's just so, you get older, so you grow out of your clothes type deal. And I'm borrowing my sister's clothes, so she's older and bigger, so.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, well, we'll enjoy the rest of the dinner.
You too.
Cool. Anything else you guys want to do during your nice, fun Halloween dance?
I'm just trying to convince Tim to wear the ghost costume. And it's like, look, if people insult you by saying, oh, it's the guy who says ghosts, or insult Aspen saying, oh, you like animals, it's like, yeah. Oh, girls, you get visions. Yeah.
Give me a charm roll.
God. There we go.
He got a 2, so. Yeah.
7.
Okay. He's like, and he just puts the sheet over him and just stands there.
Ooh, spooky. I like it. And I will very animatedly dance around, playing Doctor Dancing with the Ghost. You just have to take it back from them.
Yeah.
They can't use it against you if you own it.
You're like Charlie Brown.
What's that?
Don't worry about it.
All right.
All right. Cool. What else you guys doing?
Kels has devolved into trying to take Instagram pictures of all the food.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
2K.
Yep.
I was wondering if you enjoyed this afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kels is going away for the weekend to visit her mum. And I know that you also had plans. But we were going to wait and see, right? Maybe you could delay things a little until Kels gets back, because she would want to be involved with whatever it is that you want to do.
Or we could just move it to Friday.
What if we moved it to Monday instead?
I think Friday's better.
Why Friday in particular?
Because I like Friday. And Phineas said it's easier to do things in small amounts.
Phineas is pretty wise. I'll tell you what. If you ask Kels that we move it to Friday, then I'll support you. But I don't want her to think that she has all the way until Sunday. I think it's important to be honest with each other. Will you do that?
Yeah, we can move it to Friday.
Okay, let's go and find Kels.
Cool. You guys find Kels. And you see
think
Gustav.
this angle
with
is better for
2Ks.
soup? Or do you think this angle looks better with the soup? Like, I tried to go around and get a 360 shot because I thought it was neat. But I can't tell which one's better. They're almost identical.
Rith is like, oh, but you should get ones with different reflections in it. Like if you could see someone's reflection inside of it, that would be cool. Or peeking into it.
Yeah. Here, stand here. And then, hold on. Cast some light on the wand.
2K is standing there very awkwardly, like the kid outside the parents' room where it's like, I just threw up.
Kels, would you mind if we had a word?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Let's go over to the dinner corner here, that we can talk a bit privately.
Okay. Just a sec, she says to Rith, leaving him there.
Cool. You guys will stand there awkwardly for a second, and then 2K will look at Gustav and then look at you. We were going to move the meeting to Friday.
Okay. That could work better. if my mom's wanting me to go home for the weekend. Suspiciously, definitely on Sunday. Anyway, that sounds good. That should work.
Okay. And he goes to walk away.
You doing good at the party, though? You like any of the food? Some of it's different than what we usually get.
I didn't try any of it.
But why?
It just looks different than what I usually eat.
Would you like us to pick out our favorite dishes so that you can try them?
All right. Cool. Let's do that because a lot of this stuff is really good.
All right, what are you feeding this kid?
Pure sugar, man. Sugar all
He's
the way
going
down.
to actually throw up.
Probably. What does he usually eat? He usually doesn't eat that much sugar. Or
He
anything
eats like
else.
very plain, like oatmeal and not anything too crazy.
Okay. So we're
Or he'll
going
eat
to
a lot of
definitely pick
weird
out
food.
all of our favorite horribly sweet dishes that we're like, yeah, this is great. And then I'm going to be like, wait, hold on. And find like a more normal actual food items that they have. I'm sure there's some fall based soups and stews and so on that are
For sure. It's definitely
chill.
pumpkin spice season.
Yeah.
We put just a little bit on his plate, and then we start laying out the photos in front of him of all the different foods and talking about each one.
Yeah, I'm all like, I don't know how much film this has. Maybe it will just be pictures of food that my mom gets.
Hey, you guys do that, and after a while, I don't feel very good. And you see kind of the color leave from his face.
Oh, Gustav, take him to the bathroom real quick.
Okay, come with me.
Cool. Let me see. Oh, actually, okay. He'll hold it in. All right, make it to the bathroom, and then he will throw up. Cool.
I go to hold back his hair, then realize that he has a short haircut, and awkwardly reach into my pockets and pull out some shades to give him.
We don't want him to fall into the toilet. Just do that awkward, like, pat, pat, pat. Was it poison?
It was a little bit rich. You don't eat very wild foods normally. But I'm sure if we tried a very small amount, a bit at a time, then you might find something that you like that will widen your horizons a bit.
Aspen,
Yep.
what are you doing? The group is kind of dispersed.
Probably looking for Emmy.
Okay. She is with Ophelia, and she's basically got paint all over her face. She kind of just like looks like a human graffiti art.
Hey, Emmy. Hey, Ophelia. How goes it?
Hey. Oh, you're dressed as a Calatog. Nice.
Yeah. Just
Smart.
as their prefect.
Oh, I get it. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Both of you look nice too.
Thanks.
So you enjoying the party?
Yeah. Can't believe they have us this much sweets.
Yeah. Thought there'd be more healthy foods, especially for it being a school and everything.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of the point of the holiday.
True. So you got any favorite dishes here?
I like the gummies with the like liquid inside of them. Those ones are good.
Yeah. Chocolate frogs are also good.
Oh man, if they got gushers here.
Gusher-esque, at least. Maybe not name brand gushers, but
Yeah, it's probably better. More exciting liquid and less weird outer stuff. Same amount of sugar. Too much. Obviously helping finish off any of the desserts we picked off for 2K. Don't want them to go to waste or anything.
Right. Aspen, what are you doing now that...
Mind if I hang out with y'all?
Sure.
Cool. I'll just exist here and be quiet.
Oh, okay. I mean, you don't have to be quiet, but...
Okay.
Okay. Anything you guys want to do now that dance is starting to wrap up? Cool. Dance starts to just wrap up. Aspen, where are you going? Is Emmy and Ophelia are done? They're gonna leave.
Probably try to find Kells. She'll probably be around, or locate Rith first.
Okay. You find Rith.
Hey RB, how goes it?
Hey, Rosemary. That's her name, right? That's your sister's name? Okay. Yeah. Hey, Rosemary.
Hey. So you enjoy the party?
Yeah, it's cool.
You eat a lot of sweets?
Yeah, you don't even have to walk door to door for it.
All right. So awesome. So sweet. Did you dance with Kells?
No, I'm not good at dancing. That would be a bad idea.
I see. Yeah, the last time I tried to dance, I had literally 2 left feet. It's funny. So you get to spend at least some time with Kells?
Yeah.
That's good.
Took a lot of pictures.
Nice. Good to her?
I mean, I'm nice, yeah.
That's good.
Okay. I'll catch you later. I'm probably gonna head back. It's getting late. We got school tomorrow.
Bye. See you later.
Yep. He was very worried it's going to turn into the "you do anything, I'll hurt you" conversation.
She didn't have to say it. It was understood.
Yeah, really. Literally. Cool. Aspen, you start to mosey around, and you feel something hit your back again. Except this time, you see the school resource officer grab Brody by the collar and start dragging him out. And then he says, "Aspen, with me."
So Aspen will go over?
Yeah. He takes you guys outside the dance. He's like, what is going on here? What's happening?
He has a crush on me?
Dude, she's a first year. He's like, no, I don't have a crush on her. He's just like, it slipped. I wasn't trying to do anything. like, yeah, you weren't the one that did the pantsing spell. He's like, that wasn't me. And he looks at you, Aspen. All right, I get it. You don't want to snitch. Do you guys like each other?
He's not my type.
Yeah, and you don't like. Okay, cool. We're gonna figure this out right now. Come on. And he has you guys follow him to the dueling classroom.
What?
All right. Aspen, what spells do you know? You're first year, right?
Yeah. You know the knockback spell.
Okay. Knockback. Do you know the disarming spell?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys know barriers? You guys still get taught shields at first? Like personal shields? Barrier spells?
Yeah.
Okay. Knockback, barrier. Disarming. Are those the only ones you guys know so far for dueling spells?
I mean, I also know a ice freezing one.
What's not? What have you been taught as a first year?
The first ones.
Okay, well, you guys are limited to those spells, and you're gonna duel.
Okay.
He's feeling pretty cocky because he's upperclassman. Cool. All right. First one to knock the other one off wins. Cool. Aspen, what are you gonna go for?
I'm gonna try the disarming spell.
Okay. He's definitely going for a knockback spell.
Do I roll for disarm?
Yes. It's a brains roll. Just letting you know now, he got a 17 on his knockback spell.
Use every boon you need to, Aspen. We're here for you.
Knockback spell is fight. Barrier spell is grit, I think.
Yeah, great.
And the disarming spell is brains. I feel like we're missing one, but
I don't know if we learned anything else. Because I remember we did a disarm knockback one.
Yeah, we have.
Oh, deflection. Deflection spell was the other one.
Yeah, we learned deflection. We haven't learned barrier, but I've done one.
You have learned barrier. That you guys have learned barriers.
Okay.
Yeah, just personal ones.
Yeah.
They're not very strong. They're more just like a quick wall to stop incoming spells. What did he get again? 17.
17. I think Sin is doing a lot of thinking about numbers.
I'll give you an opportunity if you fail less than 5 to do a flight roll to where you get knocked back but not knocked off.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Would the violent reputation can it be applied here?
No, because this isn't a like you're not. All right, if you go ahead and roll difficulty, we'll say 11, and if you get it, he'll get a -1 on his roll.
Spook him.
So can I use the 3 adversity tokens?
Yep.
To make that a 12.
Yes. Like you need one more to not fail by 5. Oh wait, no, you're doing the thing. Okay, yes, you can. All right, so you now have to beat a 16 with your brains roll, or at least not fail it by 5, so that you can get a flight roll.
And I use a major boon.
Yes. You have 5 of them, so might as well use them.
Yeah, I think this is the... We'll be switching out for the next set.
Next set's probably going to be right on the tails of this one anyway, because there may or may not be something happening next weekend.
Wow, really?
Well, it's not next weekend. It's next Friday now.
That's the
Right.
weekend. Listen, there's a professor watching this. They aren't going to die, probably. Well,
Roll a
the school
1, see what
resource
happens.
officer.
We're deeply invested in Aspen destroying this douche.
We are. I'll handle the thing if you use 3 of them.
I mean, he was smart enough to see Aspen get knocked down with her pants around her ankles, knows of that spell, decided to watch her the rest of the dance.
Had anyone advised me this?
Chat's even giving you more boons.
Yeah. So where are you at, Aspen?
So if I take the 4 minor boons, that will get me to a 15.
There are 5 minor boons suddenly now.
Because of Rogullet.
Okay.
I don't know what happens when you meet it, though.
It's
probably not-
successful, just barely, but it's successful.
Well, you guys would basically tie.
So you probably wouldn't get knocked back, but you wouldn't really disarm him either. Or
Or you disarm him, but to where the wand is right there and you can pick it right back up.
Yeah.
Or he like fumbles it or something.
Get you an opportunity to blast him to heck, because that's your strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting
so
you
you
didn't
wanna
go for
use
knockback.
Yeah.
It's all right. Did you want to use the minor boons then?
Yeah.
All right, we'll use the 5 and we'll do the tie. That good?
Yeah.
Okay. So he hits you, but as you're getting knocked back, you cast and are able to knock it from his hand, and he kind of bobbles it. You kind of fall back, but are able to scramble back up. What do you do?
Destroy.
The knockback spell.
Yeah, get up.
All right.
Yeah,
Give me a fight roll. Don't forget your magic die.
Oh yeah, magic.
Oh shh.
Oh no, did he roll real good? Are you ruining this for us, SJ?
How dare you?
He literally got that.
Oh, man.
That's without the magic die. So, how much do you guys have?
We have 3 major boons.
Yeah.
Spend a major boon to make him reroll.
I'll allow it.
It works like that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This
Yeah.
once, though. We're not setting a precedence here.
Oh, that's the way it works in other games, is you can always use it to make the other person reroll. We just almost
Oh,
never
really?
do.
That's interesting.
Yeah, we almost never
Okay.
do.
Okay, fair enough. Well,
And in a
Rogo
lot of
just
games-
did one, so
Excellent.
you guys have 4 major boons right now.
Make him
All
reroll.
right, you want to make him reroll.
You want to
Yes.
make them reroll?
Spend 1 to make him reroll.
Okay.
I will spend.
Okay, that's a lot better. I know.
And then all the rest of them will be
Alright, so
stacking on
13.
Aspen. Okay, Aspen, you got this. Destroy this
You
punk.
got this. You got to get over a 13 by a lot. Let's go.
We're aiming for another 40.
We want that for, but I mean, if it's significantly over 13, that's probably good.
Yeah. We want this fool
What's
visibly
significantly?
like
More than 5.
yeah.
More than 5.
Yeah.
We have one minor boon
If it's
now.
less than 5, he gets a chance to save it.
Yeah. Just destroy this punk.
Can I try to re-roll?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Oh boy, the rerolls keep coming and they don't stop coming.
All in
Oh,
chat.
gosh.
What happened? I thought there was caps on these things.
All of chat wants this kid
Oh,
out.
Chat is just redeeming boons left and right until this happens.
First of all, his name is
Brody.
Brody. Which, no offense to anyone out there whose
Well,
name is Brody.
Hey, wait
but
a
that's
minute.
like
It's
one
Bro
strike.
Gullet.
It's Bro Gullet's NPC.
That's true.
Brody
It's
Gullet.
true.
Bro
I
Gullet's
know.
redeeming boons.
Well,
Yeah.
see, this is the thing. These are all Bro
Correct
Gullet
me.
boons for Bro Gullet's NPC me. So I think this has extra meaning.
do I
Just
do it?
NPC yourself again as someone who's knocked out.
It's true.
Thing rolled off the table.
Did you find it?
Okay, what is it?
I found it.
Okay.
Okay, what'd you get?
It was less.
Well, keep going,
All
man.
right. Keep do
Just,
another
just
reroll,
keep
man.
going. And let's make it quick because we're over time.
And don't forget the magic die.
Oh Jesus!
No pressure.
Where'd it go?
You need a
That's
tray,
it.
man.
20.
I can find you some. We got them around here.
Tree.
Oh, okay.
Tiny little
You just need to roll less
You just
powerfully.
missed.
It's a 20. 30-20.
Oh,
Dirty
30,
20.
20.
That's
Nice.
even- that's good. That's good.
Spend
Okay.
the last two major minor boons to make
Which
it
is already
22.
over 5.
Okay, cool.
Well,
Yeah.
so he kind of panics because he stumbles with the wand, so he tries to cast quickly and misses. And you are able to hit him with a knockback spell that knocks him clear off the platform, right onto his back. He gets up angrily and goes to cast. He's like, hey. The SRO stops him. He's like, uses a disarming spell on him. He's like, that's not sportsmanlike. Go shake hands. Guys reluctantly shake hands. And he's like, all right, so you guys are in the same house. Don't know why you're fighting. You're a first year. You're what, fourth year? Third year. Cool, third year. So you have no reason to be around each other. You don't share classes. You guys on any of the same teams? No? Okay, good. So yeah, no reason I should see you guys anywhere near each other, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. You can go ahead, Aspen. I want to talk to him.
Okay. She'll walk away, probably back to the Drakenor house.
Cool. Kels, what are you doing? UK probably wants to just go to bed after throwing up
Yeah,
and brushing his
that's
teeth.
fair.
So, Gustav, you gonna walk him back?
As far as his dom, yeah. Did he consume his candied apple, caramel apple?
That was probably part of it. After some urging, you guys would have had him try his candy apple too.
Well, 2K. If everything is too rich, then we can try one dish at a time. We'll have you on a diet of caramel apples, just all the way through the day.
Mm,
Turn out great.
I don't know. I don't really want to eat anything like that for a while.
Yeah, it must feel rough.
He'll
Rinse
go
it.
back to his he'll brush his teeth, yeah. Phineas,
Yes.
you dance is wrapping up, or the feast, whatever. Dinner.
Right.
Dance for you.
I'll extricate Tim from the ghost thing.
His hair is kind of a mess once you pull the sheet.
Right. Now we match. See? And then if someone now says anything about ghosts, it's like, yeah, that's what I went for All Hallows Eve. It's not clever. It can't hurt you. It's just a fact.
Yep.
And all they want is to see that it upsets you. Just don't let it be something that upsets you. It, like I said, it makes you special. And they're not.
The SRO. Aspen, where are you going? You went back to the Drakenor common room, right? You didn't go back to the dance or anything for the feast.
Yeah, I went back to the Drakenor common room.
The school resource officer walks back into the feast. Kels, have you left at this point? You still there?
I might have still been hanging around, but like finishing out some of the snacks and I don't know, reading something.
Yeah, one of the teachers confiscates the punch bowl.
Yeah.
SRO talks to one of the teachers and then they discuss a bit. Like, okay, everybody, let's wrap it up. Let's get back to our common rooms.
Oh, I look up. Oh, you know what? I was.
It's a little weird because it's a little bit early.
Okay.
Not super early, but earlier than the dance was supposed to end necessarily, like the backstop.
Mm-hmm.
Not crazy, like 30 minutes earlier, but.
Kels was probably reading the instruction manual for the camera now, in detail to make sure she was using it right, and also see how many times you can use it because she took a lot of pictures of food.
Yeah, they start ushering people out.
Yep.
Cool. Guys are ushered back to your common rooms, told to go back. Phineas, when you go back and get back to your common room, you of course hear Sai's window open.
I will pop my head out.
You see the masked girl climbing in.
I will disapprove silently.
Great. All right, and anything else before you guys go to bed for the night?
Well, I'll put a notepad next to my bed in case I wake up with a dream. I'll write it down.
Okay. Smart. You guys go to bed, wake up the next morning, go to breakfast, and you hear rumors about there being an attack on a Spinnet facility.
What happened?
I don't know. It ends there. That's it. Episode over.
How dare.
Izzy rushes over. Did you hear about the attack on the Spinnet facility? I'm like, what? Credits roll.
We're out of time. Actually, we're way over time. I'm SJ_Sidekick. This is Kids on Brooms. I do not stream, but I narrate here, at least for a little bit. I think we've got 2 more sessions. Yeah. 3? Is it Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday?
Yes.
Or is it? Okay. So yeah, that.
Yes.
Cool. Misha.
Oh, hi. I'm Misha or Misha_listen3 here on Twitch or at MishaWea on Twitter or Tumblr. Indeed, the next games and only games scheduled are for Saturday, 11 a.m., I believe, Central Time. unless we all decide that's too soon. In the morning, that is, not the day. And then Sunday, so back to back, and then on Tuesday. So, that is it for me. Sin.
Hi, I'm Sin, or sinful _ potato on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, most social media sites. I stream on Twitch. I have not been streaming on Twitch this past week due to life being very fun. Yeah, I've been playing Aspen. Aspen almost started a fight, but didn't. Very nice, very good. That's why.
I'm Twi'lek. I have been playing Gustav. This session, you saw me wearing a banana costume. Next session, there will be blood cultist robes. 0.
Yep. Great. I'm 0 daylight, or Michael, whatever. I've been Phineas. Cool. Awesome. Well, thanks everyone for coming, and thanks SJ for running, and thanks for all those boons to help Aspen destroy that fool, teach him a lesson. And
Aspen, you can mark 20 house points.
And house points. What? Excellent. So close, Aspen. Cool. Well, we should say goodbye to our friends on YouTube. Bye, everybody.